Michelle, you had a pretty interesting non-conference run down in Sioux City, Iowa, and I thought, wow, it's hard for you to break down exactly what happened down there. Took the seventh-ranked team in the country to 5 sets. Maybe had a couple of matches where you wanted to fare better than you did, and then had a couple of really nice wins down there all at the same time. So, some general thoughts on how this thing got started this time around.
Yeah, we started at Morningside on Thursday, and they're a good team. They play in the GPAC. They're always really competitive, so that was a really good win for us. And then, especially on the road, like those games aren't always easy. But then we went to that tournament, and we played 3 matches. We played some really good competition. Oklahoma Wesleyan was first, and I thought, man, we had our chances. And I think they're number 13 or 14 or something like that. And then that night we played number 7, which is Northwestern, and they're a really good team. And I think we did a good job of competing with them and putting ourselves in a good position at the end. We just made a few too many errors, I think, unforced errors at the end. And then we turned around the next morning, and that's a hard turnaround playing those 2 really tough opponents, 3 really tough opponents. But I think we figured out how to get a win at the end of the day against Missouri Valley, and it wasn't pretty, but a win's a win. And I really think we came back a better team than we went down there. So I was pleased with that outcome. So yeah.
And expecting a huge amount of success in the wins and loss category might have been a bit too ambitious because you had to completely change your system. You know, last year Sadie Hansen was your setter and she was going to go all the way around. You've got 2 new setters, and looking at the numbers, man, there's a foot race. 100 assists, 99 assists between Schumacher and Bogenreef. But experimenting with the 6-2 lineup, you must be pleasantly surprised with how quickly it took.
Yeah, they're two. I say we didn't really skip a beat, but I mean, obviously, Sadie Hansen was a very good setter, and obviously setting all the way around the same setter the whole time. That's just an adjustment for hitters, and I think they're doing a really nice job off of both Gracie and Madden, and I'm really pleased with like the distribution, their decision making, all of that has like grown tremendously from day one, and Sadie coaching them up and being their setting coach has really helped us and made them better players, like obviously from day one, because it was kind of a quick, we only had 10 days of preseason, and but they've been doing a really nice job, and I'm really proud of both of them. But like I said, their decision making is something I'm really pleased with, and we're trying to get our middles the ball a little more and like balance the offense a little bit, and they're learning, so it's going really well though.
Macy Frigian joins your team last year, and she was joining a cast of rather proven teams, or I should say, rather team members for Valley City State. She comes back after a year and probably had some leadership credentials when she came into your gym right at the start of the year, something she didn't have last year because she was new to the team. But she's certainly proven it in the first 5 matches this year, hasn't she?
Yeah, her numbers, I mean, uh we go to her a lot, and we kind of rely on her, our outside hitters and our right sides. I think we rely on them a lot to do a lot with a really bad set or an out of system ball, and I think she's doing a really good job with that. She is a Even last year as a newcomer, but as a junior, she was a huge leader, and just her presence on the court, her blocking has gotten so much better, and I think she's grown as a player, but as a leader, and I'm, yeah, super pleased with that. But um, yeah, she's a very nice addition to our offense, and someone that everybody has to game plan for. So yeah, a nice addition to all the other experienced players that we already had.
When you talk about a block, obviously that's something that you wanted to make very important in your program when you came to Valley City State. And then you lost Danielle Hagler last year, which was a big part of that. She's coming back from injury. She's learning to play again with Morgan Freege, a couple of players that really like to play together up there. What did you see from Danielle as far as trying to be 100% in the preseason weekend? And how is that component of your team coming together up there?
We have really taken it day by day, practice by practice, and I have the most respect for Danielle. She is one of the hardest workers and a competitor, and this injury was really difficult. And coming back from it, I mean, I say it was the easy part, but we've just had to have really honest conversations about what she's feeling and where she's at physically. And I mean, in the middle of a game, I'll ask her, look her in the eyes and ask her if she's good to go, or and I know she'll be honest with me. And I've like those two matches in one day can be really difficult, especially for someone that plays in the middle. And coming off of that injury, I just think um, she's really worked hard and she wants to be tested a little bit. So that has we've been able to I don't know, I say push a little bit with her, but she played in all the sets down in Sioux City, and I'm pleased with that. I mean, I wanted her for every game, and I didn't know if I was going to get that, but she's really, I mean, just little baby steps, I say. Like, her blocking has gotten so much better. That's something that she was really nervous about, and her offense is just, I always tell her, I'm like, it's like riding a bike. It's like you never, you know, but yeah, I think it can get better. But yeah, she's not really skipping a beat, and her leadership and just like her uh, competitiveness is something that we missed last year, and yeah, it's really nice to have her back.
Michelle, conference matches have always been urgent. I mean, no matter what conference you've been in, they've always been urgent. But I was putting together the standings for tonight's match, and there's 12 columns. There's a lot of teams there, right? And you're starting conference play earlier now, probably than you have before in the smaller conference. So, do you think the urgency of playing a conference match a little different because it's a little earlier this time and there's so many different teams in this new Frontier Conference stack up?
Yeah, it will be interesting because uh, by the time we get to play everyone again, I don't know if people will look the same. So it could be interesting in that way because usually it's a quick turnaround. Like, we don't start till later in September with conference, and then we kind of see each other like more frequently, I would say, or closer together. And I would like our conference opponents are pretty spread out. Um, like, we'll play Mayville and then we don't play them again. What is that? September 3rd and then October like 24th or something. So that's, I mean, a good amount of time to. I mean, everybody can change. Like in volleyball, it's I say easy to make changes, but yeah, I think that will be interesting. But I mean, everybody has tough schedules in our conference. I think everybody's done a really nice job of going out and playing good competition, and yeah, I guess this first week we'll see where we're all at, but it'll be they're all competitive and from top to bottom. I don't think anyone will go unblemished this year, so yeah, it'll be fun.
Then finally, give us a scouting report on Mayville State. I took a look at some of their numbers. There are some familiar pieces of personnel on this team based on what we've seen before. You've had a chance maybe to give them a small sample size on what they've done in the non-conference season as well. What do you expect out of the opposition tonight?
I think they're really new. I would say they have a lot of new offensive pieces. Their libero returns. She's a really good player. Who else? One of their middles returns. She's a junior. She's um, a really good player and someone they'll go to. So I anticipate them going to her a lot when they can. And other than that, oh, and I guess they have an outside hitter that returns too. But other than that, it's kind of they're all new faces. So we'll see how we match up against them. But yeah, I'm excited.